Did that actually work? I think that actually worked. That actually worked. This is working.
Hello, people of the internet. Let me lift this up a little bit. I had to Oh, I can hear. Hang on. Okay, just making. I got like all my streaming stuff up and running and going and doing and being, and here we are. Forget all that which is in the past, and look forward to what is in the future. Hello, people of the internet. Welcome in. It's Streaming Tabitha, the artist here on YouTube, the one who makes chibis all the time of all kinds of different things. And today we are going to be honing in on one of my favoriteest characters in the entire world. In the entire world. In the entire world. One of my favoriteest characters in the entire world. And that would be the lovely, the mysterious, the wonderful, the elusive Morrigan from Dragon Age. And hang on. Okay. Had a friend contact me with some really great news, and I'm not sure if she's done messaging me about everything yet. So I want to be mindful of that because we want to share in each other's goodness. But hey, welcome in. I see Nigel there saying Morrigan, Cassandra, Liliana, and Isabella, my Mount Rushmore of awesome girl bosses. I don't think I could have said that any better. Any better. Cassandra, I love her. Love her. I will say that Liliana got on my nerves in Origins quite a bit. But then it worked itself out in Inquisition. Are you using Az's character as a model? I don't know that I've seen. I saw someone's. Was it Epic Mike's? I don't know, somebody's. And some people have gotten way out of the box on that. Hello, Tara Crystal. And thank you. Yeah, cute character. I did release this. I pre-released this over on Patreon because they give first looks for things. And is this a big piece of paper? Okay, like you can see. I'm starting to do like chibi posters, and you can see like the regular pencil. Like this thing is huge. Normally I'm working on like an 8x10 size paper thereabout, but I ended my sketchbook. And by the hey, a Triple Alasia and Aaron Fever over there on Kick. Sorry, I had to switch things. I'm live all over the place. Twitter, Twix, Kicked, Twitch, YouTube, all the places. But anyway, large piece of paper here. I got most of what I want. And if you don't know much about the character, Morrigan is, well, she's a witch. Burn her. But she is one of the greatest characters. In my opinion, she is one of the best characters that is developed for the games. Like she is so intriguing. She to me is like top tier, peak level character. I don't want to say design. Created, like just creative. Like she's so elusive, but she's intelligent, she's whimsical, but she's no nonsense. Like she's so deep. Hey, Andy Masters. Oh, wrong Morrigan. Yeah, there's like Morrigan the pirate, I think. And then Samus is also peak character design. Is she? I don't really know much about the Metroid Prime franchise. To me, this is top tier. But so if you guys don't know, I'm pretty upset about Dragon Age, the Veilguard, like many people are. I was gonna get it. I was like, I'm gonna get it, make myself like I'm gonna go in it myself. But I was like, $50 or over $50 is a lot of money to spend on something that in my heart of hearts, I know is not going to be good. And I love Dragon Age too much to taint it. Okay. I love it. I love it too much to taint it with the nonsense. I saw another clip today of the egregious yuck that is happening in the game. And I'm like, no, that was like what sealed it for me. Like, I am not buying this game. I'm not buying this game. And the characters look stupid. The art style is stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. However you want to say it. It's bad. Like, it's becoming this, like, you can't even tell, like, it's kind of going into this, like, Fortnite weirdness as far as, and I like Fortnite, I like the design of Fortnite, but, I mean, as far as, like, the coloring and everything like that, it's not a dark fantasy, and so everything's a little bit too bright, too whimsical, too cheerful, too gay and wonderful, and I mean that in the actual sense of the term, okay? But you could use it as the euphemism, and I don't like that for this game, and so I'm just upset, so I'm like, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. I thank you, Elijah. I appreciate it. Did people get their woke fingers on it? Like you've never seen, Aaron Fever. It's appalling. Hey, Logical Spark. Welcome in. Um, as I heard somebody say, "Why do these activists use these platforms for self-therapy?" And then it's nonsense. So we're doing Morrigan, and if you're not familiar, or maybe you are, with the lore and stuff like that, there's a giant mirror behind her. I did take some liberties with the additional mirrors, but there's a giant mirror behind Morrigan. Let me raise this up a little bit. And this is what's known in the lore as the Illuvian. And I'll just kind of give you a little background of it. Whilst we sharpen the pencil, the elves left no roads to travel between their cities. Instead, they used enchanted mirrors to communicate and travel from great distances, using a type of magic different from that of the modern circle of magi, or even the Tevinter Imperium. Eventually, many Illuvians were destroyed. So that kind of means like you could get trapped, from what I remember. An unknown number of Illuvians have survived to the present day, scattered across Thetis and forgotten or well-hidden locations, but they seemingly stopped functioning or became corrupted. We love a good corrupted mirror, capable of spreading the dark spawn taint, the bad guys. Um, they're more than just the bad guys. They're the scourge of the world. It was assumed that their use was lost after the fall of some word I can't pronounce. The Tevinters attempted to unlock the secrets of the Illuvians, but all they could use them for was long distance communication. Some Dalish, which are wood elves, have also attempted to rediscover and reactivate the Illuvian network to no avail. So that's just a little bit of background story to the Illuvian, and there is some mystery to it because of all of the disasters that happened with it. And Morrigan is super infatuated with them, as you will come to see in Inquisition. She finds that it would be helpful for the Inquisitor to utilize the Illuvians, but she's also a little bit of a trickster herself. So she may or may not, have decided to be like, hey, this would be kind of cool, and I think it'd be kind of neat to just use this myself. So there it is. I will be contacting you, sir, but we need to draw together, man. We need to draw together. I would love to see Makani's interpretation of some Dragon Age character. He should be doing some Isabella. That is right up his alley. I would love to see a Makani draws rendition of Isabella. That would be cool. I have to admit, I've never played Dragon Age. You are missing out. Play Origins. Play the second one, which I can never remember the title for except for 2. And then play Inquisition. Oh, man, I loved Inquisition. I know some people were like, it was the stepping stone to the downfall, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Mirrors to Travel, not as good as Flu Powder. Now it's even better than Flu Powder. And for those, and also the other thing is I want to do Morrigan justice, because let me show you a picture. Let me show you. To each their own. To each their own. But I am disappointed in the costumes and the design of these characters. Let me show you. What the freakity doo-dah nonsense is this outfit that they have given my favoriteest character in video game franchises? Look at this outfit. Look at it. It's like they gave her 4, some people might be okay with it, but she looks like she has 4 breasts. She looks like a freaking alien. What is this? They chopped off her hair and they gave her this weird outfit, and she is just not. I can't look at it anymore. But anyway, so I'm trying to figure out Hey, Psychotic Mongoose. Some people might be okay with the design. I am not. It's just it lacks any kind of creativity in my opinion, and it just makes her look weird. It takes her down a notch from who she's supposed to be. For context, I probably should show you what Morrigan looks like in the game if I can find a decent photo. I mean, it's an older game. It's an older game. So it's so the hands and the stuff like that looks super weird and whatnot. But where is she at? There she is. Oh, I don't know if you can see how big she is here. Oh, darn it. Is that working? I'm new to all this kind of stuff. Hang on a second. Stop screening, present. I just want you guys to understand what it is we're working with here. Oh, stinking flies. I hate them. All right. There we go. That's the other character. You can't see the bottom portion of it, but she's got like this weird skirt that's like tattered leather, and then she's got these really epic boots on and stuff like that. So that's what we're going for. Can't stand it. I can't stand it. Anyway, let me get my stuff up. That's my rant, my rave. You don't know what's going on with Kick? What's happening on Kick? Uh-oh. Is my sound not working or is it glitching? There's always something. Let me double check my thing here. Okay. Kick is fine. Okay. Thanks for the follow over there. So I'm trying to figure out, let's get a little closer, shall we? I'm thinking about doing like some trees. And I got like a branch here because I want it to look. Right now, we're just kind of in the sketching phase for these branches and stuff. And I just kind of wanted to. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's in the blue, but hopefully we can get to the part where we can color, or at least begin. This is a huge project that I am undertaking. Greetings from Uruguay. Hi. Hello. This was going to take forever to color, but it's okay. Common people say, what? Left-handed? I've been left-handed. Where you been? I've been left-handed. All my life. Cannot open the stream on the app. Oh, sometimes there be the problems, but let's see. Oh, I messed this up here. And I guess I should. I don't think I've downloaded like any new. I don't remember what this music sounds like. Let me have a. So I don't have my regular music that I had. And I think something that I'm going to try with this pencil is that I'm going to attempt. I love sketching, and you can see I've just done the outlines. But hey, it's Jabba the Whoop, and it's oh my stars and garters, it's Emily Kruger. Happy Sunday, everybody. Let me know if the music's too loud. Let me know if it's too low, too loud. But I'm gonna try something different where typically I just do my outlines of my characters, and then I just start coloring in and erasing. But I'm wondering if except for the face, I'm not gonna taint it with the blue, but I'm wondering if I need to add values. I'm trying to learn about the values. Project Eggroll tried to explain that to me, and I don't know that I fully comprehend everything. Obviously, new to a lot of things, self-taught. So I think it might be beneficial in these areas that will get like supremely colored in with dark, really rich colors of marker to just go ahead and kind of shade things in. I know it's not super. This looks like a butt. I know it does, but can't help it. It'll look better when it's. And now I'm like self-conscious, but can't help it. Trees are like that. Sometimes trees are weird. I wonder if I need to make it go up. There you go. We're just sketching, having some fun. No wrong way to do trees. And this would actually take away from some of the preciseness of having to work with the mirror. Oh, volume's good for you? Excellent. Okay, just some chill music. Ooh, I like where this is going. I don't know. Do I want really giant tree here? How's everybody's day going? How is everyone doing? I know that music is soft and mellow. Yeah, the volume is good. Excellent. It's Elsa Barrettson. Hail. Everybody says sounds good. Sounds good. Appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button for me. Yeah. Let's see. Well, maybe if I do something like this, it will change it. I don't care. That's the beauty about nature. You'll see things that remind you of other things, and I'm okay with that. I ain't afraid. It's been a chill day. Yeah. I was working on some video editing of the San Antonio trip that I took. And I was really going to try to work on getting the vlog out today, which was kind of crazy, but I still wanted to give it a good try. And my right arm and my hand, my wrist, everything is just hurting and aching. I'm like, that's not good. I refuse to go back to that place of madness. And so I was like, okay, we're going to have to draw. And why not show everybody what we're working on? I've got another project on the other side of this. Played the new Fortnite all yesterday. Yeah, I like the new map. I've got another project that I got started over here on the other side, and that's for some fan art of Achromatic Chronicles Blue. And I'm really excited about that. If you've seen it in the community page, it's really fun. Let's see. I don't want to get too carried away, but I like framing this. I know it's kind of hard to see for you guys, but it's because, it's just in the roughness. I need to get everything established. This is going to be quite the task too, because of the fact that the background here, mirrors are weird looking. And I'm thinking about, and then she's also got like this poof of magic glowy purple stuff here. So I am going to really try my best to work on ambient lighting here. And it's going to be interesting. Okay, so I've got a tree that goes here, and then I need stuff that comes down here. Let me look for, I was looking at a reference guide here. Maybe some vines. Should this tree just maybe this tree should just kind of like come around and just die, like right over here. Bless its heart. I know you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. It's really hard when you have paper this big. Appreciate my mom getting me this paper. I don't think she realized when she got it for me, though. It's like how I usually just do one chibi at a time. I mean, I guess I could do 2 chibis on, like, divide it, or 2 or 3 on one piece of paper, but my stars. All right, get some evil. So I like the way this looks. We're just gonna do some loose drawing here of the tree because it doesn't need to be too precise. I am going to attempt to try to have it like blurry, like not quite as detailed as if I was going to paint it. I'm going to try to do that with marker, but it's not something I've ever really done before. So we're really going to push the boundaries with this. But I like how this is framed. I think this works. And then if I have this wall kind of dark, and maybe I'll make it look like it has some like old and broken what's it called, bricks. I think that would be really cool. Let's just kind of give it ourselves some ideas of what that could look like. I think that's a good. I think we're doing okay. I think we got it. It's cool. And we'll just break off a couple of pieces. Hope you guys can see the vision happening before us. I'll do the same thing. I think that's a good frame. I think that's an excellent frame for this character. We'll see. We'll see. And then I'll maybe put some like moss and crap up here. You know, all the stuff. Something like that. Yeah. I like that. Okay, and then revive this here. Revive. Why did I use revive? I don't know. Refine. I think that's the word I was looking for. Refine. One of the coolest tools that I have is this right here. My mom got that for me in Germany, and it's basically just a teeny tiny like pencil-like eraser, and then this has got a little bit of like chalk for brightening things, and it's really great for I like it even better than kneaded erasers, which you can make them into whatever shape you want, but the problem is that they're not very stiff, so it's a little bit more challenging to get into the nitty-gritty designs. So yeah, I think I'm off to a good place. I'm in a good place, I think. You guys are gonna be blown away when this is all done. Hopefully. Yeah, it's really handy. I'm gonna assume they have them here in the States. I don't know, but this came from Germany. So, oh no, what is this? What did I put on here? Why is it tainted? Something's on my hand. All right. So, I guess I need to figure out. So, because the light would be, this is going to be really difficult. So, there's going to be light coming from the back. Exactly. Yes. Shout out to Mom for being awesome. The pencil is it's Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell. You can't really see. I really like Faber-Castell coloring pencils and things like that. So they make this as well. Okay, so I probably want to then also, I'm gonna have to check on my dinner here in a second too. I've got some chicken cooking in the fryer. Well, the air fryer. I'm sorry, I'm not like as animate and whatever talkative. I am. I'm focused. Laser focused. Let's see. I need a bigger piece. But I think I'm in a good place to just start. I think I'm gonna start with the main character and go around the room. Go. Here comes the fun part. Sorry, but ignoring comments, feeding little. Oh no, it's all good. I understand. I mean, to be honest, I've said this before. Like I like hanging out with you guys, and you guys are really encouraging. But I mean, any artist I think will tell you that we would prefer to just do our artwork and not stream. We would prefer not to have to interact with people, so we could just be laser focused on what we're doing. And but I wanted you guys to see the process. I wanted you to see the process. So, all right, got my kneaded eraser. So now what we're gonna do is lighten the blue. Hopefully. Sorry for all the shaking. So that we have just enough of what we need. And of course, I always take a picture of, I already took a picture of this, not the tree, but that's easy to recreate. I always take a picture of these things just in case I mess up. So that way, if I had to, I could always try to recreate it digitally. I always like to have a backup because I'm always afraid it's gonna not work out. Okay. Oh. I think let me try to go at it with this one. This is also, I believe, a Faber-Castell, or at least it's a German eraser. There we go. The thing I do like about the kneaded erasers versus these ones is that the kneaded erasers don't leave all these little crumbly things behind. So I like that because like my floor is always covered in eraser leavings. But the thing that I prefer over these kinds of erasers over the kneaded erasers is that they do a lot more damage. Because I guess because of the fact that you can really put a lot of pressure into it because of the fact that it's hard, it's very solid. It's not like putty. So, it's always good to have a bunch of tools in your arsenal. Hey, DL. It's good to see you. Good to see you. I'm creating Morrigan from Dragon Age, the real Dragon Age. One of my favorite characters. Love the way she talks. I love the way she thinks. She's a hard woman to impress, Morrigan. She doesn't do well with feelings. See, that's the other thing, too. It's like this character and like all the characters from Dragon Age, there's very few of them that are very understanding. Bethany was kind. She was good. Like, she would try to understand you. She was still kind of no nonsense, but she would try to understand you. Bethany would be good for that. Oh, shoot. What's that one mage that everybody hated, nobody cared about? Anders. Anders would probably try to, sympathize with you a little bit. Fenric. Is that his name? Fenric. He wouldn't. Meryl would try to understand where you're coming from. So that's the thing. It's like you could have some of that stuff, your modern audience stuff in there, but you got to make it believable. And Isabella would never give a crap about your feelings. Not unless you were actually able to win her over. See, then that's something then they should have done, where it's like, okay, you have to learn how to persuade her to believe and be okay with what you are doing with your life as far as your personal identity goes. She wouldn't care. She's a criminal. She's a pirate. She wouldn't care. She wouldn't care about your feelings. Okay. Oh, I just realized I didn't bring my markers over here. Well, that makes it hard to color. 1 second, everybody, as I step away and get my color. There we go. And a quick lovely shout out to my subscribers for getting me this nice, beautiful organizer for my pens and for giving me a whole bunch of extra Ohuhu pens. These ones are for all skin tones, so I've never used it before. And then also, shout out to Spoo the DJ. He gave me, I don't have the, I could have literally just showed you right here. Sorry about that. Tara Crystal got these from my Amazon wish list. Smooth DJ, when I saw him in San Antonio, he gave me a whole thing of watercolor paper. And I'm curious to see how it reacts with markers, because one side is kind of rough and the other side is smooth. So I'm going to use this as my, my swatch page. My swatch paper. If you don't know what swatching is, it just has to do with testing your colors to see how they look. I have not used these markers yet. I have some Copic markers that I typically always go to for face coloring, but we'll see. Give it a try. Let's see. First time using these. And what's cool is that they give you, so these are like swatching to show you. This is what they are trying to show you, it looks like. But they also give you, which is really great, a piece of paper so you can swatch yourself. Because as we all know, it doesn't always come out looking like the picture. So, and I'll do this later, but look at all these beautiful colors. Can't wait. All right, let's get accustomed to these. We got our thing over here. Let's see what warm gray looks like, especially compared to the picture here. So this is the lid. WG140. Where's that at? All right, that looks pretty. Well, let's have a look. Yeah. Is that? Okay, it's supposed to be this one right here. This is why you always have to swatch, because these things useless. Okay, so it's a nice color though. Let's see what we got. It's a little bit peachier. Are these in order? No. Why? I don't understand. Like, why not go through the effort of putting these, oh my Lanta, in the right order? They just literally just put these in the box. You know, we spend all this money on good product. The least that you could do. Okay, so this paper would not be good for alcohol markers because it is like having a hard time. It's treating the markers as if they're dry. We don't like that. Nice. Okay. I will say I like these two. They're very beautiful colors. I am going to go try and see if I can work with my Copics as well. There's a couple of lighter colors. I always like to be really, really light first and then darken things up. This one's a little bit pink. Yeah, see yellow maybe for her eyes. These are in the yellow family. I need to move this. Oh, I think all of my Copic skin colors, I used them all up. So it's a good thing that I have. I guess between this one, what was the other one? The pink? No, not that one. I think Pastel Peach is what we're going to have to work with Morrigan. Although I think she does kind of have like a jaundice kind of look too, doesn't she? Let's have a look. Let's find our picture once again. Hey, Morgan, how you doing? I see you. She is quite a pale person. She lives in the swamp. Is there anything else to be written on the pen? What pen? You mean my pencil? It's not really a pen. It's not exactly a pencil either, but I would say more of a pencil. Oh, I've worn this away. It's just a Faber-Castell water-based varnish. It's just an eraser. All right. I think I will need to. My mom got me. It was so nice of her. She just gets me these things. You can actually trade out the tips of these because these are different than Copics. I do prefer Copics, but Ohuhu are very good too. And the fact that you can change out the nibs for the softer one. So I'm nervous, guys. Here we go. I always try to start with the hair with the face too. I don't want to do the dark stuff before I get the lighter stuff. The first step's always the hardest. I'm going to go over where's the... I'm really passionate about this project, so don't mind me if I don't respond regularly. I'm in the zone. I like to do the lines of the skin first, because then as I color it in, they will darken as we layer. I'm gonna go ahead and do her neck. And then, for those that don't know, or maybe you do know but need a refresher, I go over this with marker, and then I go over it with coloring pencil to enhance it. So if you're ever looking for ways to enhance your art, do marker, and don't sweat too badly about how it looks, and then go in and do your coloring pencil over top of it. Really enhances it. And then I don't be like me and be stubborn about using coloring. I was more versed in coloring pencils, so I would use coloring pencils first, and then I would do markers over top of it, and that's not good. That's not good, because basically the marker has a hard time competing pretty much against the fibers of the coloring pencil. It's almost like it sucks up the moisture, so don't do what I did. Trying to get better, like I said, about ambient lighting. So if you don't know what that is, I'm sure you've heard, ambiance. Oh wait, does she wear a glove on this hand? Oh, sticklebats. No, she just wears a sleeve. That's what it is. Ambient lighting just has to do with like the colors that are being cast from nearby light. So you can see there's a little bit of like purple back here if I were to shine it against my hair, and there would be like some pink or purple on the outside of my hair. It would be ambient lighting. I've really got my work cut out for me, because I've given myself like 3 different directions of where the light is coming from. Yeah, sticklebats. You never watched Lord of the Rings? Sticklebats. Okay, this is where the cuffs stop. Line. That's going to be that. This is okay. That's her little swag thing. Where's my? I know it's like really tedious, probably not very interesting for you guys, but this is the process. Sean smokes. I don't know if this is going to be something bad. I'm new to some of these terms. Shout out to dogs. I don't know what that means, but welcome in. Yeah, I just thought it was funny to hear her say, oh, okay. I say that. Sticklebats. Okay, her boots kind of go all the way up, but I think we'll give her some skin down here. It's an interpretive thing. It's going to be my version of Morrigan. As long as it's recognizable, it's okay when you take liberties for fan art. That's why this character of Isabella and Morrigan in Dragon Age Veilguard, it just doesn't make sense to me, because if I would see these characters and like if I saw them, I wouldn't know who they were. I wouldn't have a clue who they were. You'd have to tell me, and I think that that's problematic. I think it's very problematic. Unless you can upgrade it better, right? Like the way they did with, if you're not familiar with, but they did that with Flemeth, and they upgraded the way her character looked. But that was also because they had years of time to expand, to explore, to get better. And so the upgrades that they did with Flemeth totally made sense, were awesome and amazing. And you wouldn't really recognize one from the other. That's because it was made better versus this. Hey, Caden Miller, can I draw a dragon? Yes, I can. I was thinking about sneaking a dragon in here somewhere. I might put it in the wood grain of the tree on the side here, because, you know, it is dragon age, but welcome in. So there's that, you know. All right. I feel like I've gotten the parts that will get me in trouble. I'm going to darken a couple of more areas and then we'll start filling in. I also have a tutorial on my YouTube channel where I teach you how to paint a dragon. It's one of my most popular videos on my channel. So, okay. But yeah, I love drawing dragons. I did dragons all the time a couple years ago. Got pretty good at it. Dragons are a great way to learn how to develop creature design because, number one, dragons are a fictitious creature and there are all different kinds of dragons around the world. You know, the Chinese dragons vary quite differently from the Western European dragons. And so you have a lot of wiggle room to create whatever you want. And then you've got your Wyrms, you've got your basilisks or whatever they're called. They're not necessarily dragons, they're a type of serpent. But then you have I used to know all the different names of the dragons, and there's so many, but you got the legless ones. You got the ones with wings. You got the ones without wings. You got the ones with wings and front legs, and you got the ones with wings and no front legs, only back legs, and, you know, like, there's so many. Have I tried drawing toothless? No, I painted toothless. So not only do I do drawing, but I also paint. And I did one. Oh man, I did this amazing toothless painting when I first started painting, and it was so good. So good. Somebody bought it because it was so good. And it was, surprisingly. It was. I'm not saying that because to be prideful. I'm saying that because it was a shock, and I was very proud. I love toothless. I probably should do some more How to Train Your Dragon stuff since Epic Universes are coming. Be a hot topic and people will want to know. It'll bring Toothless and Hiccup back into the main light, you know? But thank you for the follow, Caden Miller. I play games over on Kick, but then I also, here on my YouTube channel, I branch out to Kick, Twitter, X, and Twitch. But here we go. We're going to start outlining things now. It makes me nervous. Charizard. Yeah, he's super cool. All right. Gonna darken this again. Maybe Chibi, Hiccup, and Astridge with Toothless beside it's. The problem is, like, I know somebody reached out to me, and you guys all know about the whole fiasco with Peanut and Fred. And someone reached out to me last night and said, "Please tell me you're going to be making stickers of, the furry little creatures." And I was like, I thought about it, but the problem is that I am not good at drawing chibi animals. I like the fact that I did my Caesar one from Planet of the Apes surprised me. I would love to be better about animal chibis. They're so freaking cute, but it's hard. Oh, I hate that the camera is not really picking up how saturated this is. Here we go. We're starting in, gang. Hey, by the way, these colors are phenomenal. I like this. This is great. We just got the ear, but can I show you Caesar? Hail Caesar. Let me see. Let's see. Go to my Chibi files. Caesar, how are you, sir? Hey, friend, how are you? And they're over on my, they are for sale over on my Etsy page as well. Let me see where. Oh, here we go. Window. Share. There's my Caesar. He turned out really good. Really proud of Caesar, and came together really quickly. I know a lot of people liked him, so I think I got the face pretty good for a caricature. I think I got him pretty good. All right, so let's see what we can accomplish. I'm gonna go ahead and outline her eyebrows so I don't lose them in the madness. Fortunately, her eyebrows can always be darkened. This is where I get nervous. See, I went into her hair. I lost track. I lost sight. That's okay. We shall recover. That's what makes us human. All right, let's fill this in so we can determine what is hair and what is not hair. We can always add it in as we go. A little bit at a time. I'm gonna go. I can't wait to do the makeup on this character. I think that's gonna be. Morrigan has a very interesting makeup application, at least in the first 2 games that she was in, where it's like the purple kind of comes down to here and bands out. It's really cool. Okay. And then the middle of the face is always what gets me. Oh, by the way, it's Memes of Destruction. If I didn't say hello, I am saying it now. Yeah, Bob was just being nice. I wonder, I never used the chisel feature. Not really, so we're just going to see about using that here in this wide stretch of space. Yeah, the one reason I don't like the chisel end of the thing is because it leaves behind these weird marks. But by the way, this is Ohuhu paper as well, so it's supposed to be like super compatible with these kinds of markers, which I love. So I can see that it kind of takes away some of the harshness. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see, as the camera does not display the accuracy. Okay. Saturate. And what's really, really cool about Ohuhu paper is the fact that while it's nice and smooth and wonderful, every sketchbook comes with and the markers too, come with complimentary, like, I don't know, this is like silicone or something like that, dividers. So that way, when you start saturating your paper, it does not go into the other end. Oh, what the freak? Thank you. Somebody just bought my Caesar sticker. Yeah, yes, I do. I have it available as a sticker and also as a poster. So thank you. That's awesome. What? Thank you for supporting the artist. I am looking at some alternative stickers as well for the future. I'm looking at some like holographic ones, which would be super awesome. Thank you. That was unexpected. I appreciate that. You're helping the artist. And because, it's what we do as entrepreneurs. We strive to make things better. Can't wait. That was awesome. Thank you. You've made my day. Thank you. Shout out. Oh, it was you. Sorry, DL, if I didn't it's kind of hard because, going by our usernames. I appreciate that. Hail Caesar. Apes together strong. Don't tell the squirrels that. There's more of them than there are of us. Just saying. Okay. Here we go. Appreciate the support, though, man. It's right. Squirrel lives matter. They do. And like we stated last night, this isn't just about the squirrely squirrels. This is a bigger picture. All right. What did I have going on here? Morrigan, speak to me. What is on your arm? Just bands and then like something cool. Okay. Got it. You got it, sis. This thing is probably going to take me like, I don't know, 8 or 10 hours to complete. Like, this is gonna be a long one. Okay. All right. This here is her flesh. Yeah, a lot of people liked the Caesar stickers. I appreciate that. Okay. Appreciate the modding too, Terra Crystal. Appreciate that. It gets a little crazy here in Kick sometimes. They decide to put you on the front page and then all these weirdos come out of nowhere saying weird things. Saying things they'd never say to their mothers, I'll tell you that. And if they do, then, well. Well, she's coming along. She's starting to look like a person. No way. There ain't no way that I would do this picture in 5 hours. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. More art challenges will be coming too. I know people really enjoyed those, so more art challenges will be coming. We're going to be stepping things up in 2025, and I'm going to be having other artists help me with some art challenges, and you guys are not going to be disappointed. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It does, Psychotic Mongoose. It does. Like, who in the world are these people saying these things? Like, you kiss your mother with that mouth, as the saying goes. All right, let's just go for the win here. Oh, I have a hard time controlling the chisel feature as well. Of course, I'm not the best lighting either. But I figure instead of a bunch of little lines, we just go for it. Seize the day. Carpe, as Nomi said last night, we just gotta carpe those DMs. Yeah. Okay, so we filled in the face a little more. Which, again, if she looks a little strange, she looks kind of like she has a little bit of a skin condition going on here, that will all be color corrected and enhanced when we get the coloring pencils. But it's always good to try to start off with a good foundation that you're happy with. Of course, Naturella. Terra Crystal hitting us with the dad jokes, it seems. Okay. She's a little streaky in the face, but it's okay. A little streaky. I'm okay with that, though, because I do have a colorless blender, but I'm not... Let's see. See if we can smooth out some of these lines. That's what's really amazing about Ohuhu too. Copic Marker has it as well, but as far as I know, you always have to buy it separately. This came complimentary with my markers, so thank you. Because, you know, markers, well, maybe you don't know, but markers like these, they're not necessarily cheap. You can get them in bundle packs, and they're cheaper. But, like, Copic markers, I love Copic markers, but they are, if you get them individually, they are like $7 or $8 a marker. So, from what I understand, Ohuhu is their competitor, and they are slightly cheaper. And they're just as good. The only thing that I have heard in the winds about Ohuhu over Copic Marker, and everybody, I've seen even big time YouTubers big time artists on YouTube say the same thing, is that Copic, every time, the nib, the flexibility, the magic of the tip here, because it can be stiff and flexible as needed. It's just kind of magical. The Ohuhu markers are not like that. They're just stiff. That's why I have the nibs that I can trade out, and I need to do that. It's just, I need to get more so I can switch out all of them. But yeah, let's see. I wish it's for moments like this where I wish I had my paler Copic marker to go over top of this, because that's the soft tip is what really helps things blend. But I don't think I have the right color. Oh, this one might be. Hang on. Yeah, Queen. Okay, we're gonna test it out in the forehead. Yes, like it's just, it's so good. So much more easy to control. I'm so much more confident with it. I like Ohuhu, but they need to change out. Oh, this is so much easier. Like I said, I'm so much more confident with this kind of tip. But I can't complain. I'm grateful. It's just, the tools that you have and learning how they work. Okay. We've got a face. Hey, welcome in. Afternoon to you as well. I know you can't really see her. She's there. Maybe hide it in the shadows a little bit. She's coming around. And we'll get things are going to get darker as we go along, unlike the game, where we add more and more color. It's going to be, and we're going to add the value system, a lot more shadows. This is just your foundation color, basically. Just to have an idea where everything's going to go. Our dear sorceress, Morrigan. I don't know if she classifies herself as a sorceress. I think she just classifies herself as a witch. There we go. She does have the cleavage. No, it's not really cleavage if there's nothing pushing it together. So, by definition of the word cleavage, if we want it to be, precise. Nice. I'm so happy that I discovered that I have this color. Oh, Terra Crystal, you've done more than enough. I appreciate you and the others who have given. I just put it out there. Someone told me just give it a shot. You never know, and I was very surprised. One of my subscribers also sent me like not the Atlantis, the Stargate sticker. I have that on my car. Like, so cool. I'm really appreciative. This little area is going to be a grievance right here in her belly area because it's so small, this area to work in, but that's okay. It's not the main thing. Okay, so we've got her skin tone on. We've got the foundation of her skin tone. We're going to leave it alone for a little bit. And, Nigel asks the real question, the burning question, favorite all-time Dragon Age companion. Oh, okay. I have to remember Varric and Cassandra. In Inquisition, the bickering that those two do was always my favorite. That would be in Inquisition. In Origins, it would be definitely Morrigan. And I liked having her, even with Varric. I enjoyed that too. I'm trying to remember. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember everybody. Let's see. Dragon Age companions. Dragon Age companions. Do they have a list? I was trying to remember all of them. I know there was like Iron Bull, but he was later. And then Alistair. And let's see. Shoot, I forgot. I liked, what was her name? Was it Vivian? Solus, man, you just kick him to the curb. I don't know why he got so much time, or as much time as he did. I could not stand Solus. And then, oh shoot, what was his name? Oh, the gay guy. He was hilarious. I enjoyed having him as a companion in Inquisition as well. Zartan was pretty cool in the second one. And then I liked Bethany as well. I could not stand the brother. Every time, just let off him. Like, it didn't work. And then there was Aveline. She was okay. I didn't mind her. She was okay. Dorian. Was that his name? Was it Dorian? That was his name, wasn't it? I liked him. He was funny. But see, that's how you do it. Like, you make them endearing. You don't, like, you gradually discover his sexual orientation. It's not like there. In fact, he's not all about it. Right? And shoot, what was her name? Wasn't Ellie? Oh, I hated her too. I mean, she was kind of interesting. You gotta have like bad characters that you don't like to make the thing interesting. Like, don't like in a normal way. Not because you don't like you're rolling your eyes. More of like they're annoying, and that's realistic. So that makes sense to me. Yes, exactly. I loved Dorian. Okay. Oh, and then she wasn't a companion. Never mind. Don't forget about her. I can't remember her name. It's been so long since I've played the games, but I have my favorites. Hey, Ironside Patriot. This is Jacob. My main channel won't let me leave comments. How strange. Good pick. I always choose Varric and Cassandra by party. I actually like Vivian as well. Yeah, as device. She was so mysterious and cunning, for sure. Yeah, I can't. What is her name? Meryl was cute too. Like in the second one, Meryl was cute. She kind of gets on your nerves, but again, like in a good way, where she wasn't annoying. It was more of like when you have that friend that you like that just won't stop talking, you know, and she's always nervous, you know. It wasn't Zartan. That wasn't his name. Was it the Fenric? I liked him, but he was also difficult to get along with. And again, that's why these games were so good, because they made these characters that you liked, but there were part of them that you didn't like, and you just learned to get over it because... And then you had Anders. Couldn't do a thing with him. I hated Anders. I never used Anders. Never. I think at one time I tried to play the game through with Anders, and... it was awful, but I wanted to try to, like Mass Effect, I wanted to unlock all the different possibilities. But that's what you do. Like, that's real life. There are people in your life that you like them, but you don't necessarily get along with them in everything. And that's what makes it a game believable and immersive. Sarah, that's what her name was. Sarah, the Friends of Red Jenny. Yeah, I've been meaning to play Inquisition again. I just haven't. And here we are. So I need to... But I love to start all the way over and build up that history, you know? All right, so we have this one. Let's put it back for the win. I guess, let's see. Oh, actually, come back out. Come back out. Good, okay. So this one's slightly darker, so we're going to go in. The tip of this marker is so tiny. It's so like needle thin. That's what's really helpful too. Sarah, you know, there were some times where she was interesting, and she wasn't a bad fighter, but yeah, overall it was like she was kind of like the Gollum of the group, you know, like she was just kind of strange. But again, you need that. Takes all kinds. You have to start with Origins again. You got to commit. Yeah, that's right. You got to commit. You're right. What was I thinking? Got to commit, Tabitha. I love that game. I can't believe I've waited all these years for this next game. I can't tell you. Guys, I wish you could have been there when I was playing Inquisition for the first time, and I finished it. And the story that continues after the game of what will happen, it was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, when is the next game going to come out? Because I know BioWare would always take their time with the game development and all this kind of stuff. And then I can't even begin to express the disappointment. Like, it's like waiting for Christmas and then finding out Christmas has been canceled. That's how bad it feels to know that I've waited. And then, to rub salt in the wound, I just saw that, what is it? Is it ESO and all this kind of stuff? Elder Scrolls. You guys are familiar with Elder Scrolls. My top three games. You guys, if you've been around, you know my top three games that I always return to, no matter what, is Mass Effect, and I always count the franchise: Mass Effect, Skyrim, and Dragon Age. So looking forward to Dragon Age. And then I heard that they're gonna start doing all this woke stuff in Tamriel as well. Can't we just have a win, please? Can't we just have a win? And it's like everybody says, if they're gonna lead off with all that, and that's gonna be the main attraction, then they're not really paying attention to the development of the story, and this is where we all just die a little bit inside. And I'm just heartbroken over the disappointment of... That's why, okay? Like, I'm a big Stargate fan, too. And SG-1, like, the movie as well, but SG-1 and Atlantis, where people are like, oh man, it's Tim, we need to have a new Stargate. It's been so long since we've had a new Stargate show. We need to... No, we don't. We don't need to have nothing new if it's going to be ruined. We don't need it to be tainted. Let it just live on in infamy. Let it live on in glory. Leave it alone, sis. Like, we don't need a new Stargate if that's what they're going to do. Well, see, you have Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3. So, there's okay. I watched Mass Effect being played. Lousy ending. Well, if you're talking about Andromeda, then yeah. I loved all of them. All 3 of the first. Like, I'm not kidding. I was addicted to those games. Quite literally in my mom's basement, playing those games at like 4 a.m. before I would have to go to work. And totally invested in the characters. Like, that's how it was. Like, when you had to make a really weighty decision, but at the end of the game, you were so emotionally attached to the characters that you forgot it wasn't the real world. That's what I want. I saw that about new non-binary companion in ESO. Yeah. I love SG-1 and Atlantis. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Don't leave my franchises alone. I kind of want Stargate to just stay kind of one of those off to the side franchises. There's a following for it. In fact, I got my Blu-ray collection cover of the entire series signed by Terrell Rothery just recently at SpaceCon. She was the Dr. Janet Fraser in the show, and so I love it. But it's like, there were fans there, and I got to see Richard Dean Anderson. I didn't get to like go up to him, but it was cool watching him. He was funny. He was apologizing to the fans because I guess the photo shoots or whatever like that kind of went a little long, and they need a break too. And so I guess he needed to take some time. And when he finally came over into the booths, he was like apologizing to his fans, like, sorry, oh, so sorry. And I appreciate that. And thanks for the follow. I love anime. Nice. And so I just kind of want it to be like almost like a hidden gem, like an off to the side franchise. Just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't break it. Leave it alone. We all saw what happened with Stargate Universe. Just leave it alone. Okay. We don't need that. We don't need that. Just leave it alone. Let's just continue to wish and hope for something rather than be disappointed. Right? That's how I look at it. And I know sometimes you have to take risks. I understand that. I have to give some people credit for, even with some of the newer Star Wars things where, you could take your shot, try to do something different and see if it takes. But we all know that there's a big difference between forcing something versus trying something new and creative. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. I understand that completely. But, when you're coming out the gate with all this other stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the storyline, sorry, I'm out. Okay. My sister loved MacGyver. She got her hairstyle like a show. That's Conan the Barbarian for me. I'm happy for it to not be fully in the mainstream. Yeah. Yeah. We don't need to talk about universe. I saw the first episode and I said, no, I'm out. I'm out. This doesn't feel like Stargate. I'm not watching this smut. There was no need for it. And I'm fine. You know, people think I'm prudish and old-fashioned. I'm fine with that. There was no need for all that nonsense in the first season. No need for it. That was not Stargate. I know some people argue and they're like, well, you know, the pilot episode of Stargate SG-1 had nudity in it. Yeah, and then they took it out. And then they didn't put crap like that back in because it didn't benefit the show. And it, whether you leave it in or you take it out, adding things that are controversial for no reason doesn't make any sense to me. You know, there is something about artwork that, you know, people try to make it uncomfortable because art a lot of times is supposed to make you think. And so I understand. I mean, I still believe in certain old-fashioned morals and scruples, but it didn't need it. Didn't need it. You don't have to have all that stuff in there to have a good show, as we have seen time and time again. Having the shock feature doesn't make a show good. And then when you build a whole franchise off of that, and then nobody cares about it, and you're like, but we had more gore, and we had more sexual activity, and we had more nudity, and we had more death. Like, well, yeah, but the story sucked. So then you do all this controversial stuff, and it had no value, and now you've desensitized people to things because you were just trying to shock people into watching your show. That doesn't make sense to me. But that's just my opinion. Universe did not feel like the Stargate, but it had some very interesting story ideas. Just had entirely... Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Like, it did. It just had a wrong time. So I was talking to this older lady in line when I was there to meet Terrell Rothery, and we got to talk about Star Wars, or Stargate, of course. And it was so neat meeting this older nerd lady person, you know? And let's see, Morrigan's hair is like black, but we don't want it to be black. In fact, the Illuvian's going to have like this bluish color, so we want the ambient lighting. So we might just want to go ahead and put that in there. Or maybe Illuvians, they're like bluish. They don't have like purple. Well, it's kind of purplish, bluish purple, but not like what I'm thinking. That's good, but I need something a little brighter. That's good too. That's pretty good. What was I saying? Oh, but she was just talking about how, yeah, Universe didn't feel like Stargate. She said there was really no humor. It was really serious. And so it kind of took you out. Like, this experience is not what I came here to see. Okay, we're just going in for it. I apparently felt very confident about my color choice. So here we are. And again, the reason I'm choosing purple, even though her hair is black, is because the Illuvian is giving off light behind her. So it's going to have some ambient lighting here. Hopefully it's working. And then I can go in with like some brighter purples with my coloring pencils. I love when I feel very confident about my marker choice. It takes a lot of the stress off, and I'm like, yes, we are doing this. Oh, she looks so cool. Sometimes when I do pictures like this and it's kind of unfinished like that, I'm like, oh man, this is so artistic and interesting and different. Maybe I should just leave it this way. One of the showrunners said that they were trying to model universe to be more like the new Battlestar Galactica, but I didn't like the new style. Yeah. And again, it's one of those things that you got to take your shot, see if it works, and sometimes it doesn't. The difference is that, from what I know, the Stargate people didn't go after the fans and be like, well, you guys suck. You just don't understand our vision. It was more of like, okay, this didn't work. Just, it didn't work. Hello, Mohammed. I don't know if I can say the rest of that, but welcome in. We're doing some Dragon Age stuff here and just talking franchises and fun stuff. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Great day wherever you're at. It's a great day to be alive. There we go. Let me darken this up a little bit here so we can see the difference. Okay. I think my chicken is done. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is it's a really big piece that I'm working on here. And I'm doing the alluvium and the mirror. There's going to be a big tree up here. We're going to do some bricks and all of that stuff. I appreciate that. And if you're here along for the journey and you can see, like, I know we've been talking and stuff, and so that's taken up some of the time, but this is not a far cry off of the experience of if I'm just drawing by myself. You see that I've only gotten the skin tone, and it's only like the second layer of the skin color, and it takes a long time. I hope that my channel helps other folks understand what artists go through and what we do and the time that we put into and the money for the products that we have to create artwork for ourselves, but also for you. When it comes to stickers and t-shirts and the video game art and everything like that. And I don't want to be like this advocate against AI kind of thing, but it's more of like, I just want to bring about awareness to what is lost when we solely rely on AI imagery and how it does not compare and it cannot compete overall with people. I don't want to, I think I need myself personally to get off of the train of badgering people for using AI. I understand that people use it as tools, and I get that, but fundamentally, I believe people need to understand that it will never compete and it will never benefit society, because I'm looking at it as a bigger picture. It will never benefit society as a whole to rely on computers to do everything for us. There is something that's lost, and we've been living in it since the 60s and 70s, the microwave era, and we're like that with everything, where it's like, but I need it now, right? If I wanted to, I could have generated some really cute AI chibi squirrels, like people were asking me if I would do, the Peanut and Fred chibis, and I could have easily done that, in like 6 minutes with a program, and it would have looked cute. It would have been great, but it just wouldn't have been the same. And so I just hope that when you guys come to my channel, and again, it's not like I'm going to try to get off of that where I'm not going to knock people, not publicly anyway. No, I'm trying not to knock people for using it, but it's more of like just bringing awareness. I hope my channel brings awareness to what you can do with a lot of practice and effort and passion, and that it's worth it. There's so much more to artwork than just creating something pretty. so much more to it. And Joe Flanagan tried to buy the rights to Stargate to keep Atlantis going, but I heard about that. The good old days when entertainment creators said, "Oh, you didn't like that house, so let me try something different," instead of, "Oh, you didn't like." Yeah. But guys, I'm going going on an hour and a half, and I know it doesn't look like I accomplished much, but you'd be surprised. And this is for me, the skin is the most stressful part, because you mess up the skin and you really mess up the character. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. We'll be back to do more again. Let me go ahead and show you Achromatic Chronicles fan art blue really quickly. If you haven't seen the community tab already, giant flipping piece of paper. Pierre, I have stuff that I need to do, and I have food that I just cooked that's finished, and I am hungry. And so a lot of times we go for like 2 hours, maybe 3, depends. But here's John. Everything's really finely done. Hopefully I'll take another picture. But here's John, here's Blue. And the sky, and I tried something a little bit artistic where I curved the ground and I curved the buildings and you can't really see them, but I curved the trees. So it just, I don't know, I wanted to try something a little bit more artistic, and I'm so flippin' happy with this guy. Whoops. Look at his face. Doesn't he just look happy? And I'm in debate if I want to try to keep like this portion in gray and make everything colorful up here, like kind of like the story, the book. And if anybody wants to drop the link, the Ripasend link for Drunk 3PO's newest book, Green, because I do want to do some fan art for Green, but I was really, really wanting to do some blue art. Feel free, if you are able to, if you want to, feel free to drop that link. If you guys don't know, it's a wonderful, wonderful story about a kid who lives in a colorless world, who doesn't feel like he fits in, and he just wonders what more could possibly be out there, and that people keep telling him what he should be and what he needs to be and what he can and cannot do. And he's like, I don't think this is the world for me. And he meets a friend. He meets the color blue, and it changes his life forever. And then Green is the second book in the installment there. Second installment out of, I think he said it's like 4 or 5 books. So Green is the latest one. And so I'm just doing some chibi fan art. But yeah, awaiting the 50K party about to I know, it's like so close. I've been watching it. I have been watching it. Thank you, Tara Crystal, for dropping that. Yeah, check it out. Feel free to check it out. It's for all ages. And it's a fun story. And I had the honor, the privilege of helping with the creation of the coloring book. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but my name is actually on the coloring book. Drunk 3PO reached out to me, and what an honor. So get yourself the coloring book if you haven't, because just because you'll be like, hey, Dreaming Tabitha helped with this. That's cool. But yeah. So we're all just trying to create different things, and I'm super excited about this. And I think it'd be really cool if I could then digitally insert the banner for Achromatic Chronicles up here, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for hanging out. And I'm going to quickly drop this here. If anybody's watching and doesn't know, because we got to support each other, got to help each other out. But I hope that everybody has a great rest of your day. Thank you for letting me rant and rave about nonsense, and just being able to come onto my channel. By the way, I see you. I saw you, servers. How many pages are in the coloring book? Oh, I want to say it was 15. It's got all kinds of cool things in there. It's got like custom made mazes. It has search and find, obviously coloring pages. It has mandala. It has like little journal note pages in there for kids to write down their thoughts about themselves, because that's the journey that John and Fortuna have, where there's more where's some of the best places I've ever been to, and more. I think I can't remember at the moment. I can't remember what I had where they asked the questions, but it was supposed to be about, kids expressing themselves, like what is it, what do you want to do, not just like what do you want to be when you grow up, but it's like, yeah, that's actually a really important question when you think about John's world, where people are trying to tell him what he can be, like what he should be when he grows up. Like you can't be whatever you want to, you should be something. So this is like, so it's got like a couple of journaling pages in there for kids. Like I said, lots of coloring things. It has like things that we're teaching you, like how, hey, finish drawing Fortuna. A lot of things that are very regular comic books, coloring books have, but then like I said, it's got some other things in there as well, and super fun. Also has like a lot of creature designs in there, little froggies and things like that. So it was super fun to be able to work on that and put that book together. So yeah, check it out. It's fun. And, I'm all about that color in life. And so any way I can encourage children to color, even adults, hey, adults, buy that book. It's actually hang on. It is super popular right now, and actually has been for a couple of years, where adults get children's coloring books and color them and make them beautiful pieces of artwork. Whether you want to make it look it's actually therapeutic too. It's been proven that color therapy is a thing. It's a cheap way to express your emotions without it saying anything. So like if you're kind of shy, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but a little too proud to go talk to somebody about your feelings, which I understand. If you color, you can say a lot and express a lot without having to tell anybody. It's science. Trust the science. No, it's true. It's proven. It's a proven thing. It's true. It's real. But anyway, support Drunk 3PO over there. Get yourself a coloring book. Hey, what a great stocking stuffer, right? I don't know. Is it going to be available before Christmas? I don't know. But coloring books. Just get coloring books, because tell the people at Ripasun that Tabitha did a great job, and that no, it's okay. If it were me, I would have have the top in color, then starting the roofs of the building transitions. I've seen some amazing coloring books aimed at older audiences. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's doing great stuff over there. But I am going to go eat my chicken. Until next time, guys, you've been amazing. Thank you for letting me rant and rave. And we will be back. And I'm going to try to get that San Antonio video out for you this week. And you're going to see some crazy stuff that I did with Miss Narmi and Nomi Without You and Smooth DJ and several others. So, but until next time, guys, I hope that you have a fantastic rest of the day. Have a great week. Go into this week knowing it can get better. I know it's going to be a tense week, but if I might go out with this, don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you hear. And remember that at the end of the day, God is in control. He is the one that lets things happen. And if things don't go the way that you think they should, there is a reason. And God has given us a brain and has given us the opportunity to make changes where they need to be made. And maybe it's just time for a wake-up call. Either way this week goes, it is a wake-up call for, if you're in my country, if you're in America, it is time for us to step up. It's time for us to step up. No matter which way this goes this week, either way, it is time that we stop sleeping and relying on other people to get the job done. So, with that being said,
if I was watching this video, I would like it. I would like the video, and I would probably subscribe, because this is so thoroughly entertaining, and also, well,